Hello, I hope you're doing well. So I got a question by Strawberry01 and she wrote in German. And so kind of like her story is that um she says she was overweight her whole life, and then she wanted to like get healthy and lose weight, and then she kind of like slipped into an ED. And after some time, because she got so obsessed with being healthy, probably like very orthorexic, anorexic, she then wanted to go all in, probably according to Stephanie Buttermore. If she says all in, I don't know. And then she says she gained weight very quickly, which is very normal. And then she was like in quasi recovery, but then she got like professional help and now she feels better. But she still has some issues. And then also like something in her family happened which made everything more complicated, like some personal issues. And then now she doesn't own her how's it called? Essentially she can't weight herself anymore, and she doesn't have binges very often without purging, and she started with sports again, and she got her period again, and now she's like 9 months in recovery, and like her weight feels normal, blah blah blah. So before her ED, her weight was distributed very like, evenly, very feminine, with like an hourglass figure. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to translate second to second, but now she feels like all of her weight is in her legs or in her stomach, like both of it. But it feels really weird and very, yeah, just very different. And she asks whether this will normalize, and that her boobs are also still very small, as well as her ass. Like they're both small, so she doesn't really feel feminine. And then she asks me whether I had experiences like that, and then whether this will like distribute and etc., even though she only had anorexia for 2 years. Okay, so first of all, she asks whether this will normalize. And so I have to say that I don't know why, but my experience was really different. When I watched a lot of recovery YouTubers, they would always talk about like this recovery belly, etc. And for me, from the start on, during all my recovery, I gained a lot of weight in very feminine areas. Of course, thighs, like my whole leg, but literally I would gain weight everywhere, also in my ass and in my boobs. So I don't know, I think I was kind of an exception because my family really has a very extreme hourglass, not very extreme, but they have pretty much this figure, so it would, from genetics, it would be hard for me to only gain weight in my stomach, because that's literally the area that our weight doesn't really go into from my family. But I've watched a lot of recovery YouTubers in my recovery, and I think for most people, really, first weight goes into their stomach. I don't know, I think it's probably to protect organs, and so it's very normal that weight doesn't distribute very quickly. And so I think from what I've read, you also say that you still struggle with kind of like disordered behaviors. And then first of all, my tip would be to really stop your exercise. I just feel like until you're 100% recovered, you should not exercise, at least not intentionally. You shouldn't plan for exercise for sure. So please do me a favor and stop the exercise. If you really want to move, then go on really short walks, but not exercise that makes you sweat. I think this is really a downfall. If you want to recover, this will prolong it. It will just not make it happen, you know? And then you say, and I have a friend, actually I made her, like, I got friends with her through recovery. It's the only person that I actually talk to a lot. And so she also struggled a lot with binging and purging. And so this is something I cannot relate to because I've never purged, except for like going on really, really long walks after binging. But again, my tip is to each and every day wake up and eat very frequently and throughout the day. And you will eat a lot throughout the day and it will make you feel very, very, very bad. And you will probably gain more weight than you're at right now, because you're saying like since a few months your weight is stable, but I'm supposing that you're still kind of suppressing it because you're doing exercise and you're still having binges and sometimes purges. So something is still a little bit off. So you will have to accept that you will gain some more weight. I mean, of course, I don't know. It's just what I think. So really make sure you wake up each day, you eat very frequently. You just allow whatever you want to eat. And I think this is the best way to avoid this purging problem, because you will binge. This is extreme hunger. And even if the normal extreme hunger is over, I still had like moments where I was very hungry, and I still do. And I still have to accept it, that just happens. Sometimes, even with normal people, sometimes they just get overly hungry. And of course, it's not like a normal binge. It's much less, but still, you have to accept that in your whole life, you will always have moments where you will just be extraordinarily hungry. And yeah, so you better learn to just kind of like be okay with that. And so if I can give you the tip, again, eat very frequently, eat everything and eat a lot and eat the unhealthy stuff. So really go against what you were like in your eating. Don't do exercise at least for 3 months, like completely leave the way, and be like, the best thing is that you already tell yourself you're gonna gain more weight, because you will have to live with that. And if you don't, then fine, maybe the weight you're at not right now is really the one where you should be at. But what I can tell you is that your body, like your fat, everything, it will distribute, but usually it will take exactly as long as you take to accept yourself. And now this is another part of your question. It's like, is it possible to like get used or accept the way you are like right now? And I was thinking about that, I think even yesterday, because I remember when I first got my ED, I would wake up in the morning and I would just feel really light, and I loved that feeling, like just feeling lighter than the day before, because obviously I was losing weight. And in my recovery, it was the complete opposite, because I was gaining weight. So I woke up, I felt really heavy, everything felt so weird, and I just noticed that everywhere I would have gained weight, and it just really felt horrible. But I think after, it took me over half a year to get used to it, to get used to how my body felt like. So I would say really give yourself a lot of time. I think it was more than half a year. It really took me a very long time to get like used to the way my body was. And then I started losing weight, but just make sure you are very patient, you give yourself a lot of time, because yeah, again, it just is not easy to get used to a new body, especially because you gain weight very quickly. It's not like you gain weight over, I don't know, 2 years, but usually you gain it in the first 2 months, and then you gain some more, but it's just such a quick change that you barely have time to get used to it. And so it will take you a very long time to get used to it, to not find it weird anymore. And then I think after getting used to it, after you really, really made sure to not exercise because of your ED, actually not exercise at all, because if you really listen to your body properly, you are not energetic enough for exercise. That's what I always think. When I look back, literally I wasn't energetic enough for exercise. If I did exercise, it was because of some thoughts that I had. And yeah, then I'm 1,000% sure your weight will distribute evenly throughout your body, but it will take a long time for you because you're impatient, like every person that has gained weight and doesn't feel comfortable. So the best thing you can do is make sure you really, really recover, so your body feels like extremely safe with you, and then it will also allow to kind of like let go of the fat and let go of the fat in this area to make sure, because it holds it here usually. I'm saying I was kind of like an exception because I got kind of lucky that it distributed from the start on, but it usually holds on to here because it wants to like protect the organs. So that's why that happens. And yeah, and then your last point was like you only had anorexia for 2 years, and for me it was the same. So I had it, I would say, if I include my, it's very difficult to say, but I also didn't have it for very long, but I still had huge effects and a huge recovery. I think my recovery even took longer than my ED itself, but even if you had anorexia for half a year, it still is a really harsh time of restriction, and your body suffers so much that, yeah, I think it doesn't, of course, it makes everything more extreme the longer you have it, but 2 years is already a really long time, so don't think you're like different or you don't I don't know, you don't deserve recovery because it was only 2 years. 2 years is a really long time, and it's a really horrible time. And recovery will also take, I think, if you already had like 9 months, how long do you say, or 8 months of recovery? 9 months. But I'm guessing you're like doing good in recovery, but you still need to overcome some of your restrictions and also to just stop exercise. I think these are your kind of like 2 problems, and if you really work on overcoming all of your restrictions and stopping exercise, the binging and purging will also resolve itself. And then if you give it some months, your weight will start to redistribute. So please don't worry about that. I think you better worry about what are you still restricting, like in terms of if you look at the way you eat and the way you behave throughout the day, are you really behaving in a free way, or is your ED still kind of like controlling you, and things like that. I would really focus on that, and then if you do that, everything else will follow and resolve itself. That's kind of like the tip I would give you. I hope that could maybe help. So yeah, I wish you a great weekend, great Easter weekend, and yeah, hope to, I don't know, see you soon. Bye.